Makes a change to see you actually working, rather than just telling us to. Why don't you take an axe to that chip on your shoulder, too? I, saw Uncle take a piss in that coffee pot earlier. Hope that burns your tongue, shut you up for a while. Maybe a few drinks will put a smile on your face, you miserable bastard. Drink up, maybe you'll forget you hate yourself. Earlier you start, Morgan, earlier you forget. Early drinking, you're a man on the decline. You never do without, do you, Morgan? Think you're so much better. Hope that tastes good, Morgan. I took a piss in it earlier. Why don't you get up and do something? You're always telling us to. Must be nice to sit down when everyone else does the work. You need to take pity on that stick and get yourself to a whorehouse. That's it, Morgan. Take it all out on the stick. Are you trying to drink the dumb away again, Bill? Didn't we talk about this? Why don't you go drink somewhere else? Nobody wants you around. You're a disgusting excuse for a man, Bill. Sometimes I wonder if you're even human, Williamson. Williamson on guard. Devil help us all. First sign of trouble, Bill, you'll shit yourself and shoot yourself in the foot. Oh, look at the big, strong Indian. What a sight to behold. Why don't you take a rest? Stop trying so hard. Always repairing things. Such a good boy. Desperate to impress. If only you could fix your problems, Smith. It's like watching an old crow chew on leather. Ugh. Watching you eat'll make anyone lose their appetite, Hosea. Hell, I seen weak old corpses with more life than you. Come on. Cough us up a smile, old bird. Slip. Go on. Slip. Let me know when you want me to teach you some real knife tricks. Sometimes I think you're more woman than man. After that, you can shine my pecker. You're female enough. Such a workhorse, ain't you, John? Dutch's little favorite. Pretending that's Abigail's head, aren't you? Don't choke now, Marston. Always serve yourself first, don't you, Marston? If only you could fix yourself, Marston. Make sure that's on tight. Don't you sabotage us again. Shit. We'd be safer with Jack on guard than you. Lenny, you couldn't protect a virgin in a monastery. Oh, stop pretending you can read. Just put the book down. You ain't impressing no one. What are you trying to escape from, Pearson? Couple more, you might forget what a failure you are. I'm starting to think the horses eat better than we do round here. Don't know what smells worse, you or the food. Look at you. You couldn't guard a wet hen, boy. Look alive, Sean, you lazy bastard. Why don't you stab yourself in the eye with that? See how it feels. That stick looks about as sharp as you are. Get your head out of that book, you sniveling little bean counter. I don't trust you with my money as far as I could throw you. At this point, Reverend, I'm closer to God than you. You're a disgrace to your Lord, Reverend. Don't let those hands get too rough. Customers won't like it. Must be a change from earning your keep, lying on your back. Why don't you go to hell, you drunken excuse for a pimp? Look at you, you pathetic old drunk.
Clearly they don't teach you how to whittle in Ireland. Sean, you know what they say about fellers with little sticks. If you thought as much as you drank, you might be less of a half-wit. When are you going to do something useful, you drunk idiot? You are one foul creature, Bill Williamson. Can't you do that somewhere else? You're disgusting. I feel marginally less safe knowing you're on guard, Williamson. It's a miracle you actually look awake. The answers aren't on that chessboard, Dutch. You need to open your eyes. This chessboard routine, Dutch. Isn't it wearing a bit thin now? Enough staring into space, Dutch. We need a plan. Snap out of it, Dutch. You're living in a dream world. It's time to take your head out of that damn book, get back to reality. Put the book down and deal with this situation, Dutch.
Lighten up, John. What happened to the drunken Scot in you? As the saying goes, all work and no father makes Jack a dull boy. I see you fondling that scar like a prize mustache. John, a man who pulls out early, apart from the one time he should have. John Marston, a walking advertisement for parenting.
You sure you don't need to put your feet up, old man? Don't listen to him, Dutch. You don't look a day over 50. I'll stick around if you promise not to give another speech. Has there ever been a finer talking low-down son of a bitch than you, Dutch? I reckon you might be the only outlaw with his own library.
I think you could leave a little more of your modesty showing, my dear. It would be a grave error to refuse a man in his sexual prime. Miss, I must warn you of a great uprising in the southern regions. My dear, there are urgent matters that require your attention in my tent. The image of that bosom has gotten me through many a dark day. Arrest this woman, for she has stolen my heart. Look at those eyes, like stars in the night sky. I just pray you taste as sweet as you look. Milady, you are fairer than fancy ever feigned. Lips as red as rubies and twice as precious.
You are certainly a sight for sore eyes. Can I say, you are looking radiant today. That's a face that'd melt the coldest heart. I'm struggling to take my eyes off of you. Beauty like yours cannot go unremarked. Now, this is a woman who knows how to please a man. Why don't you sit on my knee and we'll talk about our bad childhoods? I'd do anything to be that petticoat right now. I'm holding you fully responsible for these wicked thoughts I'm having. You sure know how to put wind in a man's sail, ma'am.
Wait, let me get a better look at you. Look at this vision of loveliness. Don't you just look enchanting, my dear? You have my full attention, sweetheart. Heaven must be short an angel today.
You are surely a sight for sore eyes, my dear. If I may say, you are looking particularly lovely. You are truly a vision, my dear.
Ain't you just a sweet little thing? You look good enough to eat. Now this is what I call a real woman, Ain't you just the finest little old thing?